Hey, good day. Walter here from Naked Forex. And what I want to talk about here is the way that you can build an account. Now, why don't you imagine something? Let's imagine that you need a big pile of money. Someone in your family is sick and you're in a bad situation. So you need to make a lot of money quickly. And so one thing you could do is say, you know what? Rather than, trying to crowdfund or maybe you do crowdfunding too, I'm going to trade my way to a big pile of money quickly. And so you're probably wondering, well, how am I going to do that? Well, there are a couple of different ways that you might choose to do that, right? One is that you could, before I forget, go to nakedtradingclass.com if you want to learn more ways to grow an account quickly. There's 3 of them there in that free class for you. Okay, so one would be simply to just risk a lot of money. So I'm going to shift gears over here to my spreadsheet, and I will share my screen now so you can see it. And this will show you exactly what this looks like. All right, so let's say that you have a strategy and it's got 2.4 reward risk ratio, 37% win rate, and 0 break-even trades. And what I'm going to do now is just go over here and say, okay, well, what's going on here? If I'm risking 1% per trade, after so many trades, where is it going to be? This is just giving me an example of where I might be after, say, 300 trades. Okay, 300 trades, I am only at $3,099. Okay, so that's not going to work. So one thing I might decide to do is, you know what? I am simply going to risk more money. So if I risk 5% on every trade, how does that change things? You can see here, if I risk 5% on every trade, my account is down. It's not going very well at all after 300 trades. So then I say, okay, fine. What happens if that's severely down, actually, isn't it? Yeah, no good. What if I start to compound at the oh, you know what? I should have done this. Sorry, I should have done that. Yeah, that's going to give us a totally different result here. So we'll go down to 300 trades here. Sorry, I had the wrong settings on here. That was a different algorithm altogether. So this says after 300 trades, I'm at 36,000, right? Because I'm risking 5% per trade. But if I only risk 1% per trade, my risk goes, my reward, my payout goes way down to 2,000. Like we said, looks like it's about 2,500. So that's not going to work. So number one method is to risk more per trade. Number 2 method is to compound and to take on a whole bunch of trades when the market's going in my direction. When I'm making money, I start to pyramid into that trade. So let me give you an example of that on the charts here. And while that's loading, I'll go back to the spreadsheet over here. Okay, so and I'm going to set up another thing for you in just a minute here. And yes, and then I'm actually going to run a simulation here too, but I'll just do that while this is going. Okay, cool. Let's go over here. So if you wanted to compound your trades, what you would do is you'd find a market that's trending. The best way I know to do this is to use the open position ratios and see where all the retail traders are. And I've talked about this before. Get these funky indicators off my chart, and I'm going to go with the you know what? I'm going to go to the 2-day charts. 1 second. So while that's loading, I'll go back to my spreadsheet here and I'll share with you what this looks like. Okay, cool. So here we have it. So this is the old $1,000 account trying to grow as fast as I can. And let's say that I'm not risking, let's say I'm risking 2% per trade. And now what I'm going to do, instead of pyramiding, which is definitely a viable strategy and it's a pretty popular one, instead what I'm going to use is I'm going to use what's called trade level compounding, where I take the profits from the previous trade and I add it to the next one. And what happens here, after 300 trades, I'm only at $3,000. Let's keep going here. What will typically happen is that eventually it'll just take off. Here we go. After 700 trades, I'm up to 50 grand. 80 grand, 800 trades. 900 trades, we're at 70. Still haven't broken out. Oh, there we go. We got 100,000 after 924 trades. So this was quite unlucky, actually. I wonder what the real win rate was on this. The real win rate is 36.9. And after 2,000 trades, the account's at 474 million, of course, but you're not trading that amount in the retail markets. Okay, so let me go back. So that's one way to do it, is to trade level compound. Another one is to look for a trend and go with that. So this right here is the pound yen 2-day chart. So each candle here is 2 days. And what I would say about this is this looks like a classic trend to me. And in fact, I will sell this market hopefully pretty soon. What's typically happening when you see a downtrend is you get little retracement moves up here. So that's a retracement there. There's another one there. There's another one there. And we're in one right now. So I think what's going to happen is we're going to see the market fall. It's going to fall through this trend line. And when it does with a big bearish candle down there, I will put a sell stop below it. I'll put my stop loss above the swing high, wherever that happens to be. And I'll ride this trend lower. What's good about this market too is you have a very clear support level down here where that wick is at 131.50. That's like 600 pips away from where we are right now. So that's another way to do that. And so what you would do is every time the market goes down and then retraces, goes down and then, down, and then retraces a bit, you take another position, you move your previous position to break even, and you keep going like that. And there are many different algorithms for this, but the important thing to note is that when you are doing this, that you keep in mind that it can be very risky because the market can gap against you when you're using that sort of algorithm. So you have to be careful. It's definitely not for everyone. Okay, so those are the ways that you would do it. There are multiple other ways to do it. You can go to nakedtradingclass.com, go there, click that link, or type in Naked Trading Class, and I'll show you more ways to do this, more ways to grow an account, and I'll tell you about the class where we're doing that right now in a live account. We're growing an account quickly. So there you have it. I wish you happy trading. We'll see you in another video, and take care. See ya. Bye. Happy trading.